What's up, y'all? It's Southern Curl Tara here with a little therapy for your hair. Last night I made a big mistake. I was refreshing my hair after taking a long walk and just preparing for the next couple of days, and had a very beautiful style going on that was still pretty damp, and I fell asleep with my hair in a plop. So what happened was I woke up this morning to hair that was still pretty damp and it was waterlogged. So I was just Googling a couple of videos about protein treatments because it's been a while since I've done a homemade concoction, and I felt like I needed to do some extra and wanted to try something that I tried once before but that did not go very well when I did it, so I was looking for a different recipe. I wanted to use a gelatin treatment instead of doing the amino acids, which is one of the quick treatments that I usually do when I'm doing a little bit more intensive proteining of my hair. So I have just added 1 packet of gelatin here, and I'm out of packets, so I can't show you that. 2 tablespoons of hot water with about 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And oh, there's such a glare. You want to use the raw apple cider vinegar. It does not have to be, you know, fancy pants, but I keep the Bragg's apple cider vinegar around in the kitchen for all kinds of uses. Add it to water, use it in baking and that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's what I used. Shake it up really good before you add it. And then I added the gelatin and the apple cider vinegar to a bowl that has a burn spot in the bottom from popcorn at some point, I'm sure. And I have just really combined that. I have really combined that until thoroughly mixed. And I am going to add a couple of glops of conditioner to this, stir it up really well, and then I'm gonna take a quick shower and wash my hair really well and apply this treatment just like I would a regular deep conditioning treatment. And I will come back and put my hot head on. So I just wanted to show you, this is probably a poor example because it's been braided all day. So it's a false sense of looking better because it's been braided. But you can tell around the top here how frizzy it is. I actually, after I braided it, I sprayed it down with hairspray to try to contain some of the frizz because it was really poofy. So some of this is under control because of the hairspray and the braid, but it actually still feels damp and it's been down all day long. Now it is summer in the South, so it is pretty moist outside. So some of that could be attributed to the humidity in the air. But anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna go wash my hair and apply this treatment, and I'll be back to percolate with my hot head. Okay, I washed my hair with a clarifying shampoo and I applied the conditioner with the gelatin and apple cider vinegar, and I have just worked that through my hair just like I do when I'm doing a normal deep condition. So I didn't want to bore you guys with watching that happen again. I have a couple of videos that cover that, and I have just covered my hair with a plastic bag, like a shopping bag. I don't have a shower cap that's disposable handy, so if I don't have one handy, I just use a shopping bag and it works pretty well. And now I am going to apply my hot head, which is just a heated cap that is filled with some beads and I don't know, flaxseed or something. I'm not sure what's in it, that you can heat up in the microwave. And it is pretty handy for doing these kinds of treatments. So I'm gonna put it on and I am going to hang out for about 15 minutes and rinse it out. It's been about 15 minutes and I am now going to take my hair down out of the hot head. I'm gonna go rinse all of this out and apply some leave-in conditioner. And then because it's pretty late tonight, I think it's like 11:30 or midnight, I'm probably gonna let it dry on its own overnight and just style it tomorrow. Wow, this color looks really weird without my makeup on. I just cleaned my face and with like an oil cleanser, and it's really red and also really discolored. Anyway, I was so moved by how great my hair was coming together that I decided to go ahead and do as much of the styling process as I could tolerate tonight. It's now like 12:30 a.m., but I put in some Kinky Curly Not Today, which is a leave-in conditioner that does not have protein in it. It's pretty lightweight and a versatile styler, so or a versatile conditioner. And I worked that through, used my Denman brush to distribute it, and used the squish to condish method in order to create some nice clumps and really make sure that the moisturizer or the conditioner got into my hair. Then I followed that up with some Uncle Funky's Curly Magic, and it is my favorite curl stimulator. This is a tiny little travel bottle because my giant one is salon size and I didn't want to drag it down here. So I worked that through as well. I use about a total of maybe 6 pumps for all of my hair and distribute it when my hair is still pretty wet. It will make a squishing sound when you grab it together in your palm and squish it together. And then I took out, I didn't bring my t-shirt, but I just used a regular cotton t-shirt to pull out some of the moisture from my hair after applying both of those products. And then I gently added some of the Weedad, depending on how you say it. Okay, there we go. Weedad Advanced Climate Control Heat and Humidity Gel. This has a really thin texture like the, oh my gosh, what's it called? The BioTerra Light Defining Gel from Sally's. This has a really slippery feel to it, and it does tend to dry with a softer cast. So that combined with the Uncle Funky's Curly Magic, which will get a bit of a cast to it if you use it just by itself, adding this on top, it has a crunchy feel, but my hair is still, I'm gonna say, about 25% damp. I have put in some root clips to try to help the roots dry a little bit faster and to give it a little bit more volume at the roots. So I'm gonna hit it with the diffuser for a little bit more before I turn in. And then I'm gonna apply a buff and hope that will keep my curls protected as I sleep. And I will probably actually leave these clips in again to make sure that it doesn't get crushed down, since it might still be just a little bit damp. But the buff should allow it to breathe much more so than the t-shirt that I left on my head last night. So I will turn around so you can see the back of it while it is still in the drying process. As you saw earlier, it was just a big old mess. By the time I got upstairs, it looked like I had brushed it out. It was just straightish and frizzy, and it was awful looking. It was really plumped up from all of the moisture that was absorbing into my hair that was not doing it any favors. So I'm happy with the way this treatment turned out. It was really easy to add that gelatin into my conditioner, and I actually used a Shea Moisture Power Greens conditioner. It's a new find that I really like. So I added the gelatin and apple cider vinegar mixture into the Shea Moisture Power Greens deep treatment, and I am really pleased with the results. So hopefully after drying it just a bit more and trying to sleep very still tonight, I will wake up to a beautiful curly head of hair, which I have been missing this week. So we'll see you in the morning. It's the next day and I slept pretty well on my hair. My buff did not break up my curl too much, and it did continue to dry. So when I got up this morning, my hair was totally dry, and I was able to remove some of the cast with just a little bit of light oil on my hands. I did a bit of a praying hands method, bringing my hands down like this in order to break up the cast, and then I just flipped my hair over and did some stimulation to my roots to give a little bit more volume up there and also help the rest of it kind of blend in together. So considering that the frizz forecast on Naturally Curly says that for the entire weekend I can expect frizzy waves, yay! I'm happy with the way this turned out. I do have a lot of body in my hair that I did not have before because it was over overloaded with moisture or just with the water. And I am also in dire need of a haircut. So some of the end pieces really have not been very cooperative. They've been wanting to hang really straight, even if the rest of my hair has some wave to it. And you'll notice when I turn a bit that I still have some curl at the very bottom. So I'm pretty pleased with this treatment. It was so easy to add the gelatin to my regular conditioner that I will definitely be doing that again. And I think that this is a great way to add a little bit of a protein boost in a different way. Sometimes I add it just with the neutral protein filler, add it into my conditioner, but I like to kind of mix things up, sometimes just to experiment and sometimes just how I'm feeling. So let's take a look at the back and see how it looks. Not too shabby. I'll do my best to stay inside this weekend so that I can enjoy my nice hair. And it's too stinking hot to be outside anyway. It's literally heat index of over 100 and we have at least 50% humidity. So it's just misery here in the South. Hope wherever you are, you're enjoying the summertime. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.